As a special episode, as we finish the end of this season, I will be showing the entire Inside EA Sports tab in a bonus episode, since many of our childhoods were probably spent watching clips like this. And this. Hey, see you. And this.
Welcome to NASCAR Thunder 2003. Hi, I'm Jim Ward from MRN Radio.
And this. And oh yeah, we're going to show off some of the MRN affiliates. Not sure if some of these are still around. All of these are obviously in Longmont for anybody who lives in Colorado, if anybody's curious. Anyways, welcome back to NASCAR Thunder 2003 for race 17 of 36. Last race was Sonoma. We won our 4th race of the year there. We are going to be going to the Pepsi 400. We'll be running the 2001 Sharpie Rubbermaid paint scheme because that car looks so good under the lights. Daytona, we finished when we came to the Daytona 500 back in race 1. We finished 14th, I think, initially, and then we obviously won the 4 races later in the year. So hopefully we can actually try to go back to back and get our 5th win here at Daytona. Who knows? Pepsi 400 at Daytona. We had our remember in the early 2000s, DEI were the kings of restrictor plate racing, where it seemed like time we came to Daytona or Talladega, if you didn't have Dale Jr. or Michael Waltrip in your fantasy lineup, you were an idiot. Anyways, Daytona International Speedway, banking hit 31 degrees in the corners. Degree banks in the corners. 18 on the front and 3 on the back. This race pays a solid $186,000. Seats 168,000 people. And its very first race was held in 1959. Our record was set in May of 2018 by me playing as Jeff Gordon. And the track record was set by Bill Elliott with a speed of 210 miles an hour and a time of 42.78. Obviously, Daytona, that was probably the Daytona infield I was talking about. And that was set in February of 1987 by Bill Elliott. You want to hold it wide open as much as you can around this 2.5 mile speedway and keep it right on the bottom when you're obviously riding by yourself. When you're in a big pack, block whichever lane. You have to control the energy from whichever lane is moving. I used a Jeff Burton term. Heading down into turn 3. We won the Sonoma Night license plate last race. See where this lap's going to put us. Maybe 30th. Crap. Probably because I kind of tried to grind along between the apron and the racetrack. The draft is really going to shake things up in the race. I think I qualified 30th initially back in Daytona too, so shouldn't really surprise us there. And at the same time with these tracks, it really doesn't matter where you start, it's where you finish, even though this track is a heck of a lot narrower than Talladega. Through turns 3 and 4, almost, we might have lost a bit of time there. So see where time is going to be, where we're going to be put on time. Okay, 25th. And since also did a Thunder license at this track, we should probably start 21st. 21st or 20th is what I'm thinking.
Tonight, in Super Speedway action under the lights, MRN is live at the Daytona International Speedway this evening with flag-to-flag coverage of the Pepsi 400. This track is known by everyone, race fan or not, before these race teams get to glory all its own. When you can get a win here, there's no doubt about it. A lot of these NASCAR ones you get right, will tell you that it's really no different winning here than anywhere else. But those are the guys who haven't done it yet. Once their fame is in the history books here, I guarantee you they'll change their mind.
20th. I'll take it. Today's alternate paint schemes, we have our car, and looks like Jeff Gordon is going to be running his Bugs Bunny car in this race, the green one. I've always liked that car. I actually have the big 124 version of that car as a diecast. I have no idea where it's at, but I do have that car as a diecast. And speaking of Looney Tunes, I also have the Jimmy Johnson Sylvester paint scheme as well, lying around my room. I'm going to show the entire field. Here we go. Daytona, under the lights, Pepsi 400. DEI drivers ironically start one row behind each other. Waltrip in row 2, Junior in row 3. We start 20th, 8 laps. Here we go. Down the backstretch already, some shuffling and people trying to duck out and get a draft. Looked like Jeff Purvis was trying to peek out under behind Steve Park for a few moments, and Ricky Rudd was trying to look under Jeff Gordon for a few moments. Unfortunately, that didn't go very well, and Rudd kind of got a little loose off 4, and so did Jeff Gordon, surprisingly. See, currently Ricky Rudd's kind of acting like a roadblock. I'd like to get by him, maybe get a little closer to the front, but that doesn't look like it's going to be the case. Okay, Rudd, you're an idiot. Thanks. Thanks for hitting the brakes, Ricky Rudd. Appreciate that. I'm debating if I want to duck behind Jimmy Johnson and just push him to use him to get a draft. I'm probably just going to do that, so go ahead and move up. So far, it's an 18-car breakaway at the front of the field. See if we can take Jimmy Johnson to his teammate, who's got a really, probably the best-looking Looney Tunes paint scheme in 2002. Shame he didn't run it. And so far, it looks like we are catching the lead group. We're getting a little closer to Gordon and Purvis. Of course, our run unfortunately stalled out for some reason. Thanks for that, game. Well, the contact with the 48. I think we'll probably pit when the next group of guys comes down is what I'm thinking. Already we got a small group of cars coming down pit road. Very similar pit strategy to what people do in the Budweiser shootout. Typically in this 8-lap race in this game, a lot of guys like to pit early around lap 3 or 4. So I'm going to try to pit with Jeff Gordon if I could. Or if I might just ride it out, maybe. Looks like Purvis is going to duck down in front of him. And I guess we'll just stay out. Gain some track position here. And hopefully we can sniff a draft off Jeff Purvis to get inside the top 10. Let's go on board the 97 Ford of Kurt Busch. It's like all these guys are coming in. So I'm going to try to maybe do the same strategy at Sonoma, which got us the win, is take 2 tires. And that didn't work, so time to take 4. Good clean stop, guys. I was trying to take 2, but kind of hit the brakes a little late on that one. 4 and fuel, come on. Jeremy Mayfield's just creeping past our pit stall right now. Come on, let's go. I can see people coming out. Junior, Marlin. Oh, wow, a little bit of contact between Tony Stewart and Sterling Marlin. Going on to out of pit road, a little bit of a jam up. Shit. Really tempted to just slide up in front of Bobby Labonte and just pull a page. Go ahead and use the draft of the 40. Hopefully Marlin can work with us and get us to the front. And hopefully we can get a caution to kind of shake things up. Shake things up and hopefully give us a bit of a chance. Two laps to go here at Daytona. And around goes Sterling Marlin. Caution flag is out. We're going to be racing back and have a one-lap shootout to end this race. We needed a caution like that. Otherwise, us winning is probably going to be out of the question. But then again, nothing really happens on these super speedway races anyway, so that caution was low-key kind of needed. Couple of slow cars down the backstretch as we go ahead and take the caution flag. Marlin up the track. Amazingly, only lost a few spots. Even though I expected him to just go kill everybody behind him. Realism. Coming to the line. Green flag and the white flag is out here at Daytona. Michael Waltrip, Bobby Labonte, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Kurt Busch, and Matt Kenseth are top 5. Hopefully, yeah, us getting to them might be out of the question unless one of the 3 chokes and Kenseth actually stays in line and wants to push me. But that's probably just too much to ask, I guess. Down the backstretch we go. Michael Waltrip leads Bobby Labonte in the 18, Dale Jr. in the 8. Again, down the backstretch for one last time here at Daytona. Michael Waltrip now has Dale Jr. behind, pushing him just like in 2002, like in the Daytona 500 here in 2001. And Steve Park going to try to get up into the top 5. He spins across the line. We finish 5th, and there's a big wreck behind us. I want to see how many cars that last wreck got. All right, so right here, Park gets a pretty good run. Probably side drafting off Matt Kenseth and Greg Biffle. Surprisingly, Greg Biffle got a good run. Then I came down, and Park was right there. Came up the track. They're not going to show it. Damn. So Michael Waltrip wins today's Pepsi 400. Bobby Labonte finishes 2nd. Dale Earnhardt Jr. finishes 3rd. Matt Kenseth finishes 4th. I finished 5th. Steve Park finishes 6th. Greg Biffle finishes 7th. Nice run for him. Bill Elliott finishes 8th. Tony Stewart finishes 9th. And Elliott Sadler finishes 10th. Today's race, only 1 caution, 3 lead changes. Little under 11 minutes for the race time. 111 miles an hour for the average speed. Definitely one of these slower races. And the margin of victory, 0.061 thousandths of a second. Only Scott Wimmer fell out of the race with 3 laps to go. And of the drivers in the top 4, Mark Martin had a tough go, finishing 41st. Jeff Gordon finished 27th. Dale Jarrett finished 12th. And again, I'm the highest of the 4 finishers. Of our current top 4 drivers in points, I'm, again, the highest of the 4. Should have just taken 2 anyway. Saved me a lot of time. Too late now. All right. So stats-wise, we really opened up the points lead over Dale Jarrett with he is in second, 238 points back. Mark Martin is in third, turned 80 points back. Tony Stewart comes up to 4th in points, 321 back. Jeff Gordon falls to 5th, 333 back. Jeff Burton is in 6th, 434 back. Kevin Harvick is in 7th, 467 back. Dale Earnhardt Jr. is in 8th, 502 points back. Jimmy Johnson is in 9th, 507 points back. And Bobby Labonte is in 10th, 512 points back. Today's awards, Sterling Marlin won the pole and led the most laps in this race. Failed to win. Bill Elliott passed the most cars in this race. We had the best lap during the race. Greg Biffle was the best finishing rookie in this race. And Bill Elliott made the best pass in this race. Greg Biffle made a strong run in the Rookie of the Year effort, but he's still pretty far back from Jimmy Johnson, who continues to pad his rookie lead, but barely. We haven't gotten any poles yet. We have a 6-point lead over Chevy in the Manufacturer Championship. Might have been because of Waltrip Jr. being in the top 3 of the Daytona 5 in the finishing order in this race. Jimmy Johnson has one win this year, to his credit. Kind of a surprise there. Don't really remember where that win was. I'm going to have to go ahead and flip back to the season again. But anyways, Tuesday afternoon, we're going to be running the Rubbermaid Sharpie Ford around Chicagoland. Oh, Johnson won Texas. So even though this didn't save, we won North Carolina. And Mark Martin won Vegas. Gordon won Atlanta. Junior won Darlington. Jarrett won Bristol. Jimmy Johnson won Texas. We won Martinsville. Jarrett won Talladega. Stewart won California. We won Richmond. Bill Elliott won the All-Star race. Ricky Rudd won the Coke 600. Ryan Newman won the MBNA 400. Dale Jr. won a couple races back-to-back. We won Sonoma, and Michael Waltrip won Daytona. I have a feeling we'll probably get our first pole at New Hampshire. Track's really easy for me. See you tomorrow for Chicagoland.